Sometimes the world feels like a stage where every face expects your applause, your nod, your careful attention. But Carl Jung spoke of the quiet revolution that begins when you draw your energy back, not as a punishment, but as a gentle return to yourself. Tonight we sit in that hush, letting the noise of others fade, because in the stillness the true shape of your life begins to emerge. The world shifts, not in anger, but in recognition that your spirit belongs to no one but you. Gather close as we embark on an introspective journey, where whispers of our soul unravel the fabric of inner currency, not of gold or possessions, but of attention, emotion, and intention. Within the quietude of this exploration, we discover our inner energy, weaving the intricate tapestry of our existence, cloaked in a story both lived and retold. Picture a hidden river flowing beneath the mundane veneer of daily life, unseen yet ever guiding. It asks us to attune our awareness to the subtle shifts that accompany the redirection of focus, the profound power in our choice of where attention lands. Visualize each thought as a gentle brushstroke, painting the reality around us, directed by the focus we afford it. This inner currency holds potential beyond mere observation. It is life's melodic dance, harmonizing with our discerning application. By choosing to conserve this force, we create reserves for deeper engagements with life's truths, untainted by the superficialities that beckon us toward frivolity. Thus begins our slow awakening, a delicate journey through gentle currents, where each ripple is a question leading us inward to ponder what our energy forms within and around us. In the swirl of modern existence, our attention often becomes a scattered mosaic, fragmented across life's demands. Herein lies the potential to fathom a deeper understanding of our daily experiences, a chance to invite self-awareness with compassionate observation. Observe where your energy flows, how it fuels or drains you. Withdrawing from the external pulls allows a quiet strength to emerge, a reservoir waiting to guide you. Ask yourself what animates your spirit, what diminishes your essence. As you delve deeper, you begin to navigate the secret rivers of your inner world, a dance of introspection and reflection. Attention, in its sacred role, acts as the architect of our reality, sculpting each moment with intention. As we become aware of this mastery, life transforms into a dance of creation and insight, an engagement where perception and reality blend seamlessly. Here, conscious attention does not merely happen but is cultivated, honed to craft a life of depth and richness. Anchor your focus gently, inviting clarity into each moment, allowing your existence to unfold purposefully. Our emotions, those eloquent guideposts and mirrors, sway with the energy we bestow upon the world, each wave a catalyst for growth and understanding. We see them not as turbulent seas to be quelled, but as currents rich with potentiality, beckoning us to navigate thoughtfully. Recognize emotions as nascent guides, fostering a shift from reactivity to a reflective stillness, an embrace of deeper connections and insights within our personal narratives. Venture deeper into the labyrinth of self-discovery, unearthing the intentions subtly shaping our existence. These intentions are the quiet undercurrents, guiding without notice. Yet, awareness transforms them into allies, propelling us toward authenticity. Uncover the intentions that propel you, aligning them with aspirations for a meaningful existence. This unveiling invites not just a mental aligning, but a soulful harmonizing with life's authentic callings. In this stillness, focus emerges, a beam illuminating paths untread, a quiet force shaping our engagement with reality. It demands discipline, yet it gifts clarity and purpose, steering attention toward nurturing endeavours. By practicing focus, we reclaim freedom to choose engagement that nourishes deeply, to live intentionally, and to breathe authenticity into every action. Through the gentle lens of awareness, a story unfolds, one inviting us to see wondrous possibilities of growth, aligning with our heart's whispers. As light permeates shadow, awareness beckons introspection, laying a path of enriched presence and intentionality. Move from reaction to thoughtful engagement, birthing a dance of transformation that gently shapes life's contours. Seek the inner harmony, a symphony of your psyche, not the absence of conflict, but integration of every note into an orchestrated whole. Balance the whispers and crescendos of your internal world, experiencing life in all dimensions. This harmony fosters well-being, a sustained energy fueling every step in the dance of existence. As distractions threaten to pull us away, unmoor the anchors, keeping you from clarity and presence. Recognize distractions for what they are, temporary impediments to depth and truth. Releasing them liberates our energy to pursue the authentic, the nourishing. In this release lies the key to a life enriched by intentional focus, cradled in the profound embrace of inner peace. Finally, recognize the intricate web of connection in which we all partake, the cosmic embrace linking each soul. Your energy, your attention, ripples through this web, resonating with broader existence. As you weave your thread, acknowledge this interconnectedness, fostering environments bathed in empathy and truth. This dance toward inner sovereignty, your ultimate realization of owning one's energy, is a journey marked by grace and authenticity. Live from this place, an embodiment of freedom not shackled by the world's fleeting prize, but rooted in inner richness. It is not a static place, but a dynamic, living practice, an unfolding symphony of self. Let this be your guide, a North Star in the luminous path of life, inviting a deep connection to the energy within, and the transformative power awaiting your embrace. In our journey through the labyrinth of life, many of us find ourselves enchanted by the glow of external solutions. The siren call of a new job, the allure of a fresh relationship, or the temptation of material possessions beckons, promising the peace we seek. The world around us is like a bustling marketplace, offering remedies for every ailment of the soul. And yet beneath this glossy veneer lies a truth both stark and profound. Change of real consequence begins within. This pursuit of outer transformations comforts us with the illusion of control amidst life's chaotic dance. But in its shimmering mirage dwells the reminder that these shifts, though impactful, remain but whispers compared to the symphonic callings of the soul. Carl Jung guides us gently inward, away from superficial pursuits, urging us to face the shadows within our psyche. It is as if he hands us a lantern to illuminate the uncharted caverns of our being, where change manifests in its truest form. The shadows bearing traits we have cast aside steer our lives through quiet manipulations, weaving patterns we long to dissolve. When we chase external validation, we merely skirt the edges of an inner odyssey waiting to unfold. The real metamorphosis, according to Jung, begins when we recognize this illusion and redirect our journey inward, diving into a sea of self-discovery and healing. Hidden within the recesses of our soul are unseen forces sculpting the way we perceive and react to the world. These forces, cocooned within the unconscious, gently guide us, painting our life's canvas with hues drawn from past experiences and beliefs. We might feel as though we are mere spectators in a world governed by our surroundings. Yet, Jung whispers to us, it is not the world, but our inner scripts that dictate our fate. The journey to unearth these forces demands courage and self-reflection, for it is a dance of peeling away societal layers until the core of our motivation stands unveiled. The world around us mirrors our projections, reflecting the attributes we reject within ourselves. Jung spoke of this projection, where the self mistakenly finds its essence in others. This misunderstanding feeds the thirst for external alteration, as if shifting the world outside could quench our inner yearning. But to break free, we must turn our gaze inward, accepting that the reflections outside are subtle echoes of our inner chaos. Through this understanding, we start to reclaim our narrative's authorship, and with it, the impulse to change the external loses its hold. Transformation, in the Jungian spirit, resembles an alchemical process. It is a sacred endeavour where the raw elements of our being are transmuted into something luminous and golden. In seeking only the surface world's alteration, we neglect the rich tapestry of inner alchemy. This mystical art of self-integration invites us to embrace even our imperfections, merging every fractal of our soul into a coherent symphony. Through this, we dissolve the illusion, witnessing the magic unfold not as a spectacle outside, but as a gentle stirring within. In redirecting our inner force, we cultivate a sacred space where external chaos holds little sway. This redirection is not about retreating, but engaging with life in essence and truth. The practice of mindfulness and introspection acts as a compass, helping us discern where our soul wishes to linger and grow. This deliberate channeling of energy enables us to gently pen our destinies as architects of a life aligned with core values. In this intentional dance, outward chaos dims and inner clarity emerges, beckoning a life that resonates with eternal meaningfulness. Awakening to inner responsibility is like discovering the quiet power of our own heartbeat. It is a pledge to tend to our emotional and mental gardens. By taking this responsibility, we step into a realm where happiness and sorrow are not entangled with others' actions, but are instead nurtured by our own understanding. Jung invites us to meet our shadows with grace, for within them lies untapped potential, awaiting the light of awareness. In doing so, external change becomes a mere backdrop, as we steer our lives from the rich soil of inner transformation. The mirage of greener pastures entices us with tales of happiness just out of reach. It is a captivating illusion that whispers of joy waiting on distant shores. Yet, Jung teaches that it is within the present moment that true fertility dwells, and the contentment we seek is not in other worlds, but in the gardens we tend within our own being. Tugging away from this illusion, we begin to see the beauty and richness around us right now. In turning inward and embracing our intrinsic worth, we dispel the mirage of external validation. As we let go of the need for approval blossoming from others, we reclaim ourselves wholly. It is the courage to stand authentically that forges unbreakable bonds with ourselves and with the world. Through this genuine acceptance, we transform the yearning for external acknowledgement into a soulful journey, rich with love. Thus, as we expand our inner capacity, the outer world transforms in response. In nurturing resilience, empathy, and patience, we awaken the strength within us, becoming the artisans of our fate. By journeying inward, we gather wisdom that frames our reality and discover change nestled within the heart's quiet recesses, dispelling the illusions and welcoming the dance of inner revelation. In the constant whirl of our daily lives, where every moment seems filled with an endless chase for connection and validation, the notion of stepping back, of withdrawing, feels almost like stepping into a hidden world. Yet, it is through this gentle act of retreat that a profound clarity begins to surface. As we pull away from the persistent demands, those social obligations, the relentless distractions, and the expectations we've woven around ourselves, we begin to breathe in the tranquil air of reflection. This withdrawal is no mere act of escapism. Rather, it's a conscious choice, a sacred journey away from the noise and towards a realm where our inner truths reside quietly beneath the surface currents. Finding this expanse requires recognizing the cycles of our habitual engagements, the spinning wheels of our routines, the incessant pressing of external demands. What if, for a moment, we view these things not as the essence of life, but as the superficial ripples on its surface? By stepping away, by letting go of the need for constant engagement, we see life as if from the banks of a river, gaining a broader view, a revelation hidden from us while caught in the flow. Energies once caught in chasing what does not truly sustain us are reclaimed, allowing us to witness our desires untangle, revealing a path more aligned with our authentic self. Within this newfound space, the strength of non-reaction blossoms, a power often underestimated. By choosing not to engage in the habitual dance of response and reaction, we craft a silent form of strength. Here we find the mastery over our inner world, allowing emotions and thoughts to simply be without dictating our actions or clouding our judgments. This is not an act of passivity, but of pure mindfulness, where the heart quietly observes without the need to pounce with words or decisions. In this pause, we find growth, a rich soil wherein seeds of transformation take root unnoticed until they blossom with time. The moment we cease reacting is when the canvas of creativity unfurls in all its potential glory. Here in the fertile silence free from relentless tasks and demands, our minds roam unshackled, wandering into realms of new ideas and fresh perspectives. It is like standing before a blank canvas, with every brushstroke unrestrained by the conventions we have been blind to, painting an evolving picture coloured with dreams and aspirations long forgotten or unexplored. Withdrawing in this manner also teaches us the gentle art of detachment, which becomes our guiding star. This detachment transforms not into a lack of care, but into a dance of freedom, engagement without the bondage of possessiveness and expectation. As we gradually withdraw from distractions, our awareness blooms like a flower in the dawn, revealing connections of depth and integrity, rather than those formed by need or habit. This is an awakening to a presence grounded in truth, in the serene clarity that allows life's true nuances to emerge. In the quiet of such solitude, the soul finds refuge, a sanctuary where introspective whispers turn into guiding melodies. Solitude, embraced as a dear friend, invites us to engage deeply with our inner world, unearthing insights and truths adorned with simplicity and profound recognition. Solitude becomes the bedrock where our fragmented selves find coherence and a richness of self-awareness blooms, a gift that solitude alone can nurture through its steadfast embrace. As we harvest this silence, an unyielding presence is what we gain, stabilizing our focus into a lens that captures the moment in its fullest detail. Here, distractions of past and future fall away, leaving us to bathe in the pure essence of now. Each moment of this mindful presence takes on a vividness, sharpened to reveal the myriad of life's intimacies we often overlook in haste. Through this process, we redefine what it means to truly engage with life, not through a habitual reflex, but through choices seasoned with awareness and intention. Energy is no longer squandered on what drains or diminishes, but tenderly invested in pursuits and relationships that honour our core values. This mindful choice shapes a life lived in harmony, where each action resonates with meaning and fills our existence with serene vitality. There is wisdom, ancient and ever-present, in the art of withdrawal. By learning to step back with intent, we align ourselves with a deeper layer of truth that patiently surpasses what lies on the surface. In doing so, we awaken a dialogue with the profound elements of our inner world, cultivating insight that guides us through the complexity of life's ever-changing tapestry. In reclaiming this sovereignty of spirit, we find ourselves standing firmer, telling a story guided not by external tides, but by an inner compass, freed from the bindings of circumstance. Our journey takes on the form of a dance, expressive and authentic, moving us toward life's vast and unexplored horizons. This shift from mere engagement to profound exploration is not about abandoning the life we know, but about delving freely into the richness of a world teeming with undiscovered wonder, embracing existence itself with open-hearted exploration. In the quiet depth of our inner world, resistance weaves a subtle, almost invisible tapestry, pulling at the strings of our emotions and thoughts like a gentle, yet persistent magnet. This quiet tension springs from unfulfilled desires, shadowy fears, and the echoes of unresolved conflicts. It feels as though resistance is holding on to these familiar, yet disruptive elements, creating an undercurrent of friction within our psyche. Here, resistance is less an obstacle, and more a delicate web, crafted from our unnoticed beliefs, long-held memories, and unexamined identities. By seeing resistance as a signpost, a beacon of what needs reflection and integration, we pivot from seeing it as an adversary to viewing it as a faithful guide, leading us deeper into self-awareness. Diving into the rich, fertile ground of our subconscious, we uncover the paradoxical strength of resistance. It magnifies when fed by our focus. Like a wise sage, Jung whispered to us that energy will forever drift towards where our attention pools. Resistance, then, becomes both a reactive and creative force, ensnaring us more tightly the harder we fight. This journey invites the question, what may unfurl if we simply paused in our resistance? In the realm of eternal silence, our struggles might reveal themselves not as shadows to flee, but as whispers urging transformation. To loosen resistance is to acknowledge it, to cradle discomfort gently without judgment, turning an imposing wall into a threshold for profound change. In this realm of resistance lie our most fundamental beliefs, the anchors around which it orbits. These beliefs, often rooted deeply from childhood, weave the lenses through which we interpret the world. Every belief emits its own unique vibration, drawing experiences and emotions that match its frequency. Yet, when we shun or resist re-examining these beliefs, we grant them an unyielding power to continue shaping our reality, ensnaring us in repeating cycles. Here starts a journey of detecting these core beliefs, not only in what we consciously claim to believe, but in what our subconscious clings to with unyielding fervour. To unravel these potent beliefs, gentle inquiry becomes our ally. Sometimes beliefs shield us from imagined threats, like a cloak warding off the cold touch of vulnerability. yet also cushioning us within isolation. By questioning these beliefs' origins, they begin to reveal their obsolete power. Like a concealed magnet losing its pull, our psychic field opens wider as these beliefs are gently challenged, inviting fresh perceptions and experiences to dawn anew. Attachment too plays a significant role, acting as emotional glue binding us to outcomes, identities, and even our very sense of self. This clinging roots in the belief that our worth or happiness is tied tightly to external validations or states. When resistance swells, tugging against changes that threaten these attachments, psychic tension blooms. Jung's archetype of the persona shines light upon this conundrum. The public mask clings to familiarity, resistant to anything that threatens its veneer. As we peel back layers bound in attachment, we unearth the fears and insecurities feeding resistance. Here, acceptance finds its stage as the tranquil antidote, inviting us to see desires and fears not as dictators, but as experiences to hold tenderly. By releasing attachments naturally, freeing our energy from their magnetic grip, we unveil an emotional canvas painted with curiosity and openness. Yet resistance and surrender waltz through our lives in a harmonious dance, each step balanced by the other's presence. Resistance pulls back against what is. Surrender flows gracefully along life's evolving path. Our task then is to discern which partner to follow in each moment. Resistance pulls from a basin of fear, guarding against imagined threats, while surrender requires our trust to flow with life's rhythm, not as passive bystanders but active participants. This act of surrender is an exercise in courage, an acceptance of life's flow beyond immediate comprehension, liberating energy as resistance steps back, permitting stillness where creativity and insight sprout like tender new shoots. Compassion in its quiet grace softens resistance's sharp edges, steeping our struggles in gentle understanding. Often nurtured by a stern inner critic, resistance stands firm until compassion steps in, replacing harsh judgment with gentle acceptance. Recognizing that resistance stems from unhealed wounds, we embrace a space for healing transformation. With resistance no longer cast as an enemy, but embraced as a part of our humanity, a new dialogue emerges, open to lessons and personal growth. And so, the seeds of compassion bloom through acknowledgement of impermanence. Like the flowing river, all experiences, joyful and painful, travel through our lives. And with this acknowledgement, resistance morphs from a symbol of stasis into a token of life's beautiful impermanence. Navigating life with resilience is less about endurance and more about adapting and evolving. Through this lens, resistance turns from a bracing gust to a guiding breeze, leading us toward a greater understanding and inner peace. As we nurture inner space through meditation and mindful practices, resistance transforms into the soil from which new insights arise. Resistance guides us to a serene shelter within, where change nudges forward naturally without pressure. Within this vast consciousness, resistance shifts from stumbling block to stepping stone, leading to deeper awareness. Here, resistance nurtures transformation, opening paths where living with authenticity and intention is guided by an open heart ready to embrace life's challenges and wonders. In the embrace of silence, we find not a void, but a sacred companion. It is a gentle presence that cradles the soul within its tender folds, whispering truths that the clamour of everyday life so often drowns out. Imagine for a moment a quiet sanctuary amidst the storm of existence, where the frenetic hustle recedes into mere shadows. Silence, dear listener, is not the absence of action, but a profound space where the echoes of our innermost being can finally speak, and where the restless mind finds its still harbour. Picture Carl Jung in his contemplative reverie, guiding us into this sacred hush where true individuation blooms. In this sanctuary, transformation is born, not as a sudden flash, but as the slow unveiling of whispered truths, like petals unfurling in the dawn's first light. It is here in this gentle stillness that clarity emerges from chaos, and the cacophony of reactive thoughts finds repose in peace's sweet embrace. Breathe deeply now. Feel how each inhalation connects you to life's profound rhythm, a rhythm that mirrors the earth's heartbeat. The breath, simple yet profound, carries us into the very heart of the present moment, anchoring us as it draws the mind away from turbulent waves of thought. The soft murmur of the heartbeat becomes a grounding melody, echoing life's constancy amidst the transient. Carl Jung understood the art of retrieving energy from the noisy entanglements of thought and emotion. An art of going within, of finding that still point from which all true wisdom flows. Journey further beyond the horizon of a reactive mind stirred by endless stimuli, past and fantasy. Here lies silence, the gentle balm to tangled thoughts, a meadow where freedom is neither imposed nor withdrawn but simply observed. It is said that between thoughts exists a space where the soul lightly treads, where insight, like a silent stream, emerges naturally, refreshing and illuminating. And in this gentle embrace of quietude, we begin to gift ourselves permission not just to listen, but to truly hear. It is an invitation to a different kind of listening, one that transcends the audible and unlocks the soul's subtle murmurings. In this sacred communion, symbols breathe, and the language of the soul envelops us in its timeless wisdom. The soul dances, revealing the metaphors and truths buried deep, waiting patiently to be unearthed when we quiet the surface noise and open our hearts to its sacred tales. Slide into the depths of Jung's wisdom as you explore silence, a portal to the unconscious, where unspoken narratives patiently await revelation. Imagine entering a vast ocean of potential, where ancient currents propel you towards self-discovery. Here, beneath the conscious mind's delusion, lies a treasure trove of insight, waiting for thoughtful engagement, begging for the courage found only in silence. Silence, though, is more than personal introspection. It is a refuge amidst life's surges, a stabilizing force steadfast in the sea of change. It offers a sanctuary, not isolated from life, but deeply embedded within it, allowing us to meet the world with grace that blooms from inner quietude. This is the space where Carl Jung's synchronicity dances, connecting our inner and outer realities, revealing life's inherent harmony when nurtured by stillness. Authenticity, too, finds its home here. Within silence, we are free from the masks life bids us wear, coming face to face with our truest selves. Here we strip away expectation, revealing desires uninfluenced by external judgment, allowing new, vibrant narratives to arise. Carl Jung's individuation becomes an intimate dance, a gentle unfolding of our true nature, free from external constraint, deeply connected to intrinsic values and heartfelt aspirations. As the quiet reaches deeper into our being, it invites us to craft our own narrative, grounded in self-authorship. Silence provides the canvas upon which we paint the stories of our lives, unearthing truth from inherited tales and constructing a narrative of authenticity. In these hushed moments, we find the courage to edit our life story with compassion, rewriting it into one lived with intention and depth. Solitude, too, must be reimagined as we nestle into this quiet presence, not as loneliness, but as a powerful embrace of our own company. In this space, societal pressures dissolve, unveiling the delicate threads that connect us to our own essence and to the wider world. Silence teaches us empathy and self-understanding, guiding us toward an integrated sense of self, fostering relationships that resonate with sincerity and understanding. Finally, let this silence weave through your daily life, gently encouraging moments of mindful retreat. In the press of daily demands, allow silence to be your gentle companion, a guiding thread that offers quiet introspection and renews inner peace. Embrace it not just as meditation, but as a companionable presence, enriching each moment with its quiet profundity. Here lies the invitation to let silence become the gentle current that guides your days, unlocking depths within and grounding your journey through the world. In the gentle twilight of understanding, detachment softly emerges, often mistaken for an indifferent guest. Yet, as one ventures deeper, the nature of detachment reveals itself as a companion, not of withdrawal, but of clarity, a subtle art of being present without the confines of emotional tangles. In this serene domain, as Carl Jung might whisper through the veils of time, the spirit learns to see without the mists of judgment, celebrating both the personal and the universal in quiet union. Here, detachment is a sacred ally, nurturing love and ambition with an unblemished gaze, allowing life to unfold in its purest rhythm. This unfolding draws us into a realm where detachment marries heightened presence. Imagine a dance where participation requires neither attachment nor expectations, but rather a sincere engagement with each fleeting moment as it spills like gold through one's fingers. It is the soothing freedom of experiencing life's symphony through ears unclouded by desires unmet or fears unspoken. This form of detachment, rooted in mindful presence, enhances our capacity to delve into life's vibrant tapestry with awe and tenderness, aligning our intentions with the vast sea of possibilities that the universe holds. Presence then becomes an act of sublime power, a luminous beacon, guiding one through the swirling eddies of time. Far from a state of inaction, it invites a harmony of body, mind and spirit, interwoven with the fabric of now. As Jung suggested, presence is a cornerstone for intuitive knowing, an open window to the whisperings of creative insight often overshadowed by the busyness of thoughts. It is the soulful embrace of reality as it is, a grounding hymn that lets us gently touch the edges of infinite potential. The subtle power of presence ripples through our interactions, altering how we encounter the world and how the world in turn greets us. When anchored in this state, actions flow from intent, uncluttered by past wounds or future anxieties, birthing connections that are genuine, alive and transformative. As we stand in presence, authenticity becomes our refuge, cultivating empathy and understanding in the bright dance of human exchange. This luminous embrace of reality, a vibrant symphony echoing through the corridors of time, shifts the very essence of social interplay. Jung, that wise traveller of the inner realms, offered profound insights on detachment's role in our psychological and spiritual paths. He deemed it a vital way to traverse the landscape within, merging fragments of self once lost to the shadows. Through this lens, detachment isn't an island, but a bridge, connecting our conscious selves to the sprawling collective unconscious. It guides us to harmonise contrasting elements within, creating a mosaic of wholeness. a true testament to the dance of consciousness. Still, this journey of detachment requires practical steps, a dedication to understanding the ebb and flow of our thoughts and emotions. It starts with awareness, an intimate study of patterns and the reactivity they spawn. Mindfulness provides the gentle threads of calm observation, while journaling serves as a sacred pen to sketch the inner world, permitting reflections to flow and reactivity to pause. These practices weave a tapestry of conscious living amid the busyness of ordinary moments. Therein lies a peaceful wonder, uncovering the collective unconscious, a shared space that binds human experience across time and space. By engaging this unity, one steps into a timeless river of symbols and shared dreams, inviting a greater dialogue with humanity's essence. In detachment, we find the means to explore this expansive terrain, where the echoes of ancient stories resonate with fresh wisdom, connecting individual paths to a collective heartbeat. Yet intent plays a masterful role in this dance, transforming detachment from passive drifting into a focused endeavour. Intention guides the heart, aligning with pursuits that resonate with one's innermost values. As the clamour of attachment subsides, intention unfurls like stems of new growth, directing the energy of presence toward endeavours that speak truth to the soul. In this dynamic flow, detachment finds its ally, shaping a path that honours fluidity and authenticity. Visualising the now as a realm of infinite potential shifts the paradigm from stagnation to blooming possibilities. No longer confined by the shackles of past regrets or future fears, the present expands into a playground of vibrant creation. This visualization invites a celebration, a return to wonder, a genuine exploration of life's unfolding mysteries, unbounded and alive. Through the gentle acceptance of impermanence, detachment softens the edges of anticipation and fear. Life becomes a sacred rhythm of beginnings and endings, teaching lessons of resilience, transformation, and the beauty of the ephemeral. In this embrace, the heart opens to life's transitions, witnessing them not as threats but as invitations to evolve, to breathe deeply the breath of creation. In the end, flourishing is found within this graceful balance of presence and detachment, a harmony that sings to the spirit's highest aspirations. Here, amidst the weaving tales of existence, joy becomes not just an emotion, but a state of enduring wisdom, instilled by knowing and embracing each moment fully, alive to its promise. Presence, softened by detachment's gentle touch, ushers in a radiant era of meaningful engagement and soulful transformation, a testament to the boundless dance of being. Amid the whirlwind of life, where chaos often reigns, there exists a quiet sanctuary, accessible to all, the stillness within. This journey to cultivate inner peace begins with choosing to withdraw from the world's incessant demands and listen to the gentle rhythms of one's inner self. In this sacred space, thoughts and emotions become transient visitors, like leaves floating on a tranquil stream, acknowledged but never grasped. Here the mind finds refuge, and as mental chatter subsides, clarity and awareness subtly surface. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual unfolding, inviting us to bear gentle witness to our own lives. Through dedicated practice, a profound sense of inner calm emerges, acting as the catalyst for deep personal metamorphosis. As we embrace this inner stillness, our perception begins to transform. No longer blinded by impulsive judgments and reactive habits, we become attuned to the nuanced exchanges of life's continuous narrative. The benefits of stillness are manifold, reaching far beyond personal tranquility to influence our interactions and relationships. By nurturing this inner calm, we engage with our surroundings in ways that are less clouded by fear or desire, allowing authentic understanding and compassion to blossom. This stillness becomes a mirror, reflecting the true essence of our circumstances and the people we encounter. Thus, cultivating inner serenity initiates ripples that gently extend beyond ourselves, touching everyone we encounter with our newfound tranquility. Inner stillness is not confined to the depths of our personal psyche. It radiates outward, subtly yet powerfully influencing the world around us. We are all players in an energetic ballet that flows continuously, influenced by the state of our inner being. Calmness and tranquility resonate through interactions, harmonizing with those around us and subtly altering their own states of being. When one person embodies stillness, it's an unspoken invitation for others to do the same, demonstrating how emotional states, much like music, set the tone for human connections. Furthermore, this ripple effect spills over into our external environments. In spaces filled with stress or conflict, the presence of even one calm individual can shift the dynamic. Such a person becomes a pillar of stability amidst the chaos, offering clarity and assurance. Colleagues might feel more at ease, conversations may become more cooperative, and entrenched conflicts might gradually dissolve. This influence isn't about control, but a natural embodiment of being that diffuses tension and fosters peace. In this way, stillness is both an internal triumph and an external influence, revealing the profound interconnectedness between our internal states and the world outside. Those who surrender to the quietude of stillness often find themselves encountering synchronicity and serendipity with greater frequency. Attuned to the present moment, unshackled by preconceived notions or anxiety-driven projections, they notice and respond to life's subtle alignments more readily. Jung described synchronicity as a causal connection between separate events, rich with meaning for the person who experiences them. As we cultivate stillness, our awareness sharpens, and we find ourselves more open to these hidden patterns. These moments often feel like profound affirmations of our place within a larger, intricate tapestry of existence, where each thread intertwines in unexpected ways. Such serendipitous moments act as gentle nudges from the universe, urging us to pay attention to the underlying patterns in our lives. They may manifest as fortuitous encounters, offering new opportunities, insights arriving precisely when needed, or solutions emerging seemingly out of thin air. Though traditionally dismissed as mere coincidence, these events often carry deeper resonance, whispering of our ability to effect change through our inner lives. By embracing stillness, we become more receptive to these unfolding narratives, inviting pathways that might have been easily overlooked amidst mental clutter and emotional disarray. In this spacious receptivity, we become active co-creators in life's dance, responding with elegance and intuition to the serendipitous current surrounding us. The stillness we foster within finds vivid reflection in our relationships. Often marked by reactivity, relationships are governed by habitual emotional responses. Yet, as we cultivate inner stillness, the impulse to react diminishes, replaced by the ability to respond thoughtfully and with empathy. This shift reverberates through every relational aspect, transforming energy exchanges between individuals. With emotional reactivity reduced, dialogue becomes more genuine, conflicts lose their intensity, and understanding deepens. By embodying calm, we invite others to lower their defences, creating a space for meaningful connection. This ripple effect enhances our understanding of others, transcending mere words. We discern subtle needs, unspoken truths, and quiet vulnerabilities, engaging in a deeply attuned way to others' realities. Consequently, relationships evolve into nurturing environments for growth and mutual support. Engaging in authentic, connected listening becomes the cornerstone of transformation. These changes extend into broader interactions, fostering networks of relationships grounded in peace, integrity, and genuine understanding. Through stillness, we come to wield an instrument of transformation, creating ripples that extend outward, gently reshaping the human experience and our connections as a whole. In the silent dance of the cosmos inside us, energy emerges as a force both confined and limitless, a mystic paradox breathing through our existence. This energy, tethered to our earthly form, carries within it the boundless potential of creation and deep emotional arcs. We embark upon this exploration, guided by Jung's whispers, understanding that what we often perceive as limits are mere shadows of choices made without our conscious consent. It calls for attention to what we nurture with this precious life force, from the mundane thoughts that cradle us in daily routine to the invisible ambitions that paint our dreams. As we unravel these bindings, we are reminded of the alchemy that awaits in the subconscious, a wellspring of hidden promise whose gentle awakening transforms us. Walking this path of energy awareness invites an intentional symphony with life's rhythm. It is an ever-present examination of the ebb and flow within, an honest acknowledgement of how external whispers often commandeer our soul's quiet resources. When fear, judgment, or guilt usurp control, they expand like uninvited guests, dictating the script of our dissatisfaction. Yet, when we choose to invest our energy in the fertile fields of curiosity, in kindness, in forgiving acceptance, we seed a transformation, a profound shift in the way our eyes perceive and our hearts respond to the world. Through the lens of this economy, reclaimed power gently chisels out the path to inner fulfillment and mindful presence. In this world, attention is an enchantress, wielding the wand that directs where our energy flows. Amidst the clamour of distractions, mastering the art of focused attention becomes not just a skill, but a cherished alchemy. It is the gentle palimpsest of redirecting focus, a steady calibration that guides us away from the thunderstorms of reaction toward a landscape of mindful existence. In the discipline of nurturing uplifting thoughts and experiences, we begin a graceful transformation. Fear and anxiety are swept aside by the beacon of empowering perspectives that breathe life into a deeper sense of purpose. As we anchor our attention to these notes of empowerment, we invite creativity's spark and revelations that dance the dawn of personal evolution. Fear, judgment, and guilt, a somber triad, loom with formidable weight, threatening to drain life's energy and skew our path. Yet each conceals within a transformative spark, inviting growth and insight. In fear's acknowledgement, we uncover a mirror reflecting what truly holds significance, nudging us to align action with integrity. When faced with judgment, we dare to turn an inward gaze, where self-reflection births not critique, but understanding. Compassionate redirection evolves judgment from vice to virtue, paving pathways for acceptance. So too with guilt, perceived often as fetter, yet reimagined, it signals the call to embrace accountability. Through these redirections, transform obstacles into moments of liberation, reclaiming meaning and nurturing a fertile ground for growth. Kindness and curiosity dwell as gentle giants, shaping our journey with light and expansion. The curious mind dismantles the walls of preconception, unlocking the universe's infinite corridors. It propels us beyond the confines of rigid paradigms, allowing mystery and wisdom to flow through eager openness. Kindness, a tender balm, heals and bridges disparate souls, sowing fields of interconnected warmth and compassion. Each gentle act ripples through time and space, unseen yet profoundly transforming. By binding curiosity and kindness to the fabric of our actions, we not only amplify our own story, but contribute to a collective human tapestry, spun from empathy and vision. Acceptance floats as a subtle yet transformative force, often mistaken for passive surrender, when it is indeed an open portal to profound change. Embracing moments as they breathe allows us to step away from futile struggles against what is, releasing energy for what can be sculpted with care. Acceptance is the art of letting go, of understanding present realities, and focusing on our sphere of meaningful influence. In self-acceptance lies liberation from harsh self-critique to gentle self-awareness, crafting a cloak of wholeness independent of societal moulds. As we engage with others in this spirit, judgment dissolves into mutual understanding. Acceptance's quiet strength reveals life as a continuum to be navigated with poise and grace. The transmutation of emotion, fear into courage, judgment into understanding, guilt into accountability, radiates outward like a stone cast into still waters, extending far beyond our individual shores. This practice echoes the universe, illustrating our intricate connections as we choose mindful engagement with feeling, birthing alchemical transformation from the mundane into the sublime. Relationships evolve, interactions shine with empathy, reshaping narratives and inviting harmonies that resonate through layers of understanding. Each decisive act sprung from transmuted emotions serves as a whispered catalyst for collective growth, a testament to our conscious contribution to evolution's grand tapestry. Stories of inner alchemy, whispering through myth and metaphor, capture the heart of transformation. The narrative of the phoenix, eternal embodiment of regeneration, unfolds a cycle of death and rebirth, illustrating how ashes give rise to radiant new beginnings. Such tales inspire resilience, inviting us to recognize crisis as an opening for renewal, where we emerge, like the phoenix, cloaked in wisdom and reborn with purpose. Each narrative becomes a guide, gently lighting our path, hinting at the endless canvas where we paint our own evolution, resilience, and rebirth. In mindful choices lay the keys to transformative alchemy, intertwined in every decision we face. Approaching each moment with deliberate intent weaves our experiences into textured tales of personal truth. Choices rooted in awareness cultivate integrity, guiding us to an empowered life drawn from the heart. These moments craft the canvas of our soul's journey, each decision a stroke on life's masterpiece, opening channels of possibility and love. As we embrace this alchemic practice in decision-making, we tap into the boundless tapestry of creativity, coaxing fulfillment, and the vibrant unveiling of potential. In the gentle embrace of introspection, our inner worlds quietly sculpt the reality we encounter. The external realm, once perceived as separate, begins to echo the cadence of our internal metamorphosis. Carl Jung reminds us that the universe we see is not merely an indifferent backdrop. Instead, it mirrors and magnifies the subtle shifts within us. As we delve deeper into this understanding, the landscape around us seems to soften, revealing a dance of synchronicities, a tableau where every detail reflects back the essence of our transformed psyche. As shadows of fear and anxiety retreat, what appeared as solid now unfolds into a tender, responsive connection with life. In this newfound clarity, conflicts that once seemed insurmountable now cascade into resolution. Faded paths become illuminated by the gentle light of transformation, and connections grow in resonance, as if reawakening to an imperceptible but deeply felt harmony. This is the world's quiet response to our inner redirection, a cosmic acknowledgement of our journey towards deeper awareness. Within this unfolding panoramic landscape, an expansive horizon surrenders its secrets to the seeker, who moves with the grace of a dancer on a limitless stage. Here each pause is pregnant with potential, with the world unfurling its hidden textures to an observer who embraces stillness and presence. The silence cultivates a fertile ground where opportunities sprout like wildflowers, unseen until inner peace saw them blossom. With every step, the path invites exploration unaided by maps, guided solely by the compass of an awakened heart. This evolving reality is the birthplace of synchronicity, a hushed symphony where inner and outer worlds coalesce into a single, harmonious note. When we align with this rhythm, life unfurls as both sacred and intimate. Seemingly random occurrences take on profound meaning as our internal serenity invites the universe to sing in unison. In this state, moments feel divinely orchestrated, and the tapestry of life weaves itself with fluid elegance, each thread a testament to our conscious engagement with being. As the skies of our perception unclutter, relationships emerge as delicate reflections of our internal state. Their energy waxes and wanes alongside our own soul's journey. These encounters, like gentle tides, flow with the currents of genuine curiosity and empathetic connection. Where there was once discord, there now lies potential for depth. Where there existed bitterness, a possibility for understanding, creating a space for growth that embraces without captivating. In the stillness of this expansive awareness, new insights dance to the surface like ethereal wisps of ancient knowledge, embraced not through a frenetic chase, but with an open embrace. The storm of reactive thoughts dissipates, leaving room for a gathering of wisdom in the tranquil sea of the mind. Here the teachings of Jung, Frankl and Nietzsche resonate not as distant echoes but as warm, guiding whispers, keys to our own limitless inner sanctum. Through an appreciation of life's inherent paradoxes, the dance of opposites becomes a source of strength. Chaos and order, vulnerability and courage coexist, casting light on the richness of our human fabric. These contrasts no longer exist in contention, but embrace one another, adding depth to the narrative of our existence. As we weave these threads of complexity, grace emerges, an ever-swirling dance between solitude and community, where authenticity reigns as the true melody. Every day, the ordinary turns extraordinary as moments of potential grandeur spring forth from the simplest interactions. Life morphs into an open canvas where routines transform into profound moments of reflection, and everyday gestures become portals to wisdom. The veil of monotony fades, inviting us to play, to explore with the innocence of a child discovering the world for the first time. Within each breath, possibilities infuse the air, waiting to transform mundane into magic. Detachment in this serene playground offers a transformation not through force but through grace. The energetic tendrils that once clung to outcomes now untangle, unveiling the alchemy of presence where resistances dissolve into fertile soil for growth. This is where awareness reveals the lessons sown within every challenge, turning what once appeared as burdens into conduits of profound realization. Through compassionate introspection, we approach the heart of our being with gentleness and humility. This considerate engagement welcomes our narratives without judgment, allowing whispers of past and present to blend softly. It is here in this convergence that we learn to celebrate our vulnerabilities, recognizing within them the seeds of true strength. The reflection of our inner shift opens a sanctuary where self-worth transforms from concept to lived reality, emanating quietly across shared human journeys. In this place of integrative evolution, the dawn gleams upon an infinite horizon. Every internal shift heralds an ongoing symphony, where transformation is an invitation, each note a rhythm in the eternal dance of unity. This harmonious alignment transcends typical dichotomies, knitting together strands of existence into a singular movement. The legacy of our presence whispers possibilities of the extraordinary in the heart of the everyday, an ode to the unending expansion of our illuminated souls. In the quiet chambers of our consciousness, a delicate dance unfolds between the realms of observation and creation. Like moonlight gently casting its glow on tranquil waters, we find within ourselves the dual capacity to witness and to shape. Our journey as observers begins here, cultivating a gentle awareness that allows us to step back, viewing the intricate tapestry of our thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in their threads. It is not an escape, but an enriching encounter with our unvarnished selves, forming the bedrock of emotional resilience. In our quiet retreat from impulsive reactions and surface distractions, we venture deeper into a tranquil inner sanctuary. Here, the ever-shifting winds of time and fleeting trends no longer cage our identity, and we peel away the layers of our embedded narratives. This awareness offers us the gift of clarity, enabling us to gaze upon our inner landscape as one might read sacred verses beneath a radiant night sky. Simultaneously, the creator within us awakens, drawing from the depths of new awareness to birth fresh realities and patterns. Beyond the chains of habitual responses lies an unfathomable creative expanse that allows us to reimagine our world from the inside out. Embracing Jungian individuation, we transform our very existence, channeling energy away from outdated paradigms into transformative pursuits. This creative odyssey is not about exerting dominance over our environment, but gently harmonizing with life's rhythms, reminiscent of a river gracefully altering its path. Each purposeful breath we take signifies our vow to nourish wholeness, breathing life into a world resonant with the unyielding truths uncovered in serene introspection. To embody the role of the observer seamlessly, we must first recognize those patterns, etched in the shadows of past conditioning, which unconsciously dictate our actions. Observing these patterns requires us to embrace a stance of compassionate curiosity, daring to explore our fears, judgments and discomforts with the courage of a lighthouse keeper braving the storm. In the soft light of acknowledgement, we confront these inner constellations, illuminating hidden structures that once bound us. As spectators of this inner theatre, we discern the origins of these patterns, understanding how they might have protected or restricted us. The key to transcending these patterns lies not in resisting, but in allowing them to dissolve through gentle acceptance and understanding. This process, much like a breeze weaving through the branches of a steadfast tree, transforms not by endorsing, but by acknowledging. As we unravel these patterns, the energy once ensnared by old tales reshapes new foundations for growth. The observer, with patience and wisdom, invites the creator to joyously engage in the sacred art of living. Creation is not simply the act of doing, but being, an intricate dance between intention and manifestation. As creators, we possess the profound capacity to shape our reality with the energy we nurture and the intentions we cast, akin to stones skipped across the vast sea of collective consciousness. Each intention sends ripples through the fabric of existence, urging us beyond passive observation into active life participation. With every exhalation we let go, not of dreams but of constraints that have stifled our true expression. Trusting the mysterious weft of life, we surrender to creation with the wisdom of an observer and the passion of a creator, painting our life with colours of limitless possibility. Releasing attachments becomes an act of breathing out stale air, inviting in fresh vitality. By surrendering old emotions, identities, or relationships, we open channels for creative energy to stream into meaningful endeavours. This release is not about forgetting, but offering gratitude for the roles these attachments played, clearing space for expansive new potentials. It is an integral part of Jung's individuation, allowing us to cultivate serenity and poise. As we exhale what no longer serves us, we invite the simplicity of new horizons where creativity and curiosity blossom unfettered. Breathing in conscious presence becomes a sacred act, inviting awareness to take root at our core. With every inhalation, we choose to anchor ourselves in the now, blending past wisdom with future possibilities into the rich tapestry of the present. In this stillness, the noise of an overactive mind subsides, granting us insight into the interconnected marvels of existence. Anchored by deliberate awareness, we gracefully navigate life as both observers and creators, with each breath marking our journey's rhythm. In this integration, we discover balance, a harmonious interplay between detached observation and vigorous creation. We become artisans of our reality, weaving experience into narratives of meaning. The observer contributes wisdom, while the creator infuses life with imaginative vigour. This synergy, ever evolving and alive, embraces both light and shadow, transforming our interactions with profound authenticity. As we master this symphony of being, we cherish every experience, both observed and created, as a note in the eternal melody of life. As this deep exploration unfolds, let us remind ourselves of the infinite possibilities lying within our souls, hidden beneath the surface of awareness. Embracing this boundless potential allows us to transcend familiar horizons and venture into the unknown. Fear and doubt melt away, unveiling an open book of experiences yet to be scribed. Here, the alchemy of creation turns dreams into reality, guided by the wisdom of the observer, blazing with the creator's drive. Thus, fellow travellers, as we close this sacred narrative, we invite you to dwell within this calm space of discovery again. If the telling has soothed your heart and stirred your soul, like the gentle ebb and flow of a timeless tide, consider joining us on future adventures by subscribing and uniting the echoes of our shared journey.